It's been an incredible year for misinformation. People have turned to social media to find and share answers about the virus. With so much information out there, 56% of the people surveyed were concerned about what is real and what is fake when it comes to the news.
It's been quite noticeable that the platforms all took some pretty big steps against COVID misinformation in a way that we have not seen with other types of misinformation. Seeing the platforms prioritize World Health Organization, CDC, good quality newsrooms at the top of their feeds, that of course is a really, really good development. There's more money that has been invested. There's been more thought about media literacy. I think there's just been a waking up from the platforms to say this is not a small thing. It's not just about elections.
Partnership that our fact checkers have with Facebook has been the largest effort to tackle the misinformation problem at scale. Other platforms like Google, YouTube, WhatsApp, also they have been working with fact checkers in different capacities, supporting them through grants, also with different tools and skills.
Here are the updates from the platforms. Facebook. In April, 50 million pieces of content were removed from more than 7,000 fact-checked articles. Facebook uses independent fact-checkers to identify, review, and rate potential misinformation. It has a $1 million grant program to support the fact-checking ecosystem. It's also introduced new rating options: false, altered, partly false, and missing context. And they discovered that 95% of the people don't click the posts after seeing the rating label. Facebook uses a tool called CrowdTangle to help fact-checkers. It analyzes public social media data and helps identify viral content early. WhatsApp. In April, WhatsApp set up restrictions to stop content from accidentally going viral. When a message is forwarded to a group of 5 or more people, a magnifying icon will appear to allow users to search for more information on Google. IFCN's fact-checking chatbot started in India. Users can add a regional fact-checking bot to their WhatsApp contact. They can ask questions or request the latest fact-checking news. The algorithm constantly enhances itself based on the new data provided by fact-checkers and users. Google. When you search for COVID-19, Google takes you to a curated page with the latest information from trusted sources. Google highlights fact checks not just in search, but also in images. These fact checks appear more than 11 million times a day in search, adding up to 4 billion impressions a year. FactCheck Explorer is a central database where users can search for verified information. It has more than 70,000 fact checks. Its APIs has allowed for creative collaborations, such as the Fact Chat project with IFCN on WhatsApp. This year alone, Google has given away $6.5 million to fact-checkers fighting COVID-19 misinformation. YouTube. YouTube's viewership for trusted news channels has grown over 75% in just the first 3 months of this year. YouTube uses the 4 R's of responsibility to combat misinformation. They remove content that violates their policies. They reduce borderline content. They raise authoritative voices and resources. Only channels that pass their standards can be allowed to make money. They add context labels to all COVID-related videos. The information context panels appears at the top of the search results and under relevant videos. The health panel points to local health sources across APAC. Twitter. Their search prompt is live in more than 80 countries. They've also expanded the use of tweet labels and warnings to address misleading information. Twitter has started adding new labels to government officials and state media accounts. It's tracked and disabled more than 30,000 accounts linked to state propaganda operations. TikTok. Though TikTok is mainly an entertainment platform, it has introduced new policies to fight misinformation. specifically around manipulated media, medical and electoral misinformation. Users can now easily report misinformation in-app. They've started a global fact-checking program. In Asia, they currently cover Australia, Japan, and India. They review and verify reported content across 19 languages.
It's good to see the platforms take stronger actions, but we have to have independent auditing of whether or not these interventions are making a difference. If we think about them as a public good, how do we have interventions that lead to that outcome?
Right now, we have been seeing platforms link more collaborative efforts to both work with each other and also allow stakeholders like fact checkers to do work on their platforms. But it's definitely a baby step compared to the problem that we have at scale.